But I think
you'll be rolling out your program.
We have started rolling out very extensive programs to that effect.
Right.
David, even before I came to office, I interacted with several student leaders, and there are structured ways with which we engage, and we've had positions. But as Zach said, sometimes it's very hard to get your voices heard out there. But going forward, I think we've held very close deliberations with Zach. Yeah. I think we need to re-engineer the whole thing and be as active as it can get.
All right. For you, Zach, something that you've done, just one thing, and then we take another question as well.
I would say, please watch us. We have a branded digital team that has taken over. We will be rolling out what we need to do to the society and to the world in general. But I would say, as a student, and Zach is chairman of SONO, I really hated it when I see that we are emptying our grievances on the street. And that is one thing I have fought. And since I took over 6 months in office, this one can tell you that he's driving safely along Lower State House. He's driving safely in Uhuru Highway. He can drive safely along Uhuru University Way. Because what I said is that there exist many avenues of venting out our grievances. Yeah. And one of them is demonstration which are violent, but we choose to ignore that. It has been used in the past. It has not availed much.
Okay, but you know, in terms of doing something, you know, apart, why Mokazi is asking that question, it's not always about ourselves, about me, about your welfare. It's about social responsibility. And that's why I'm asking. Universities used to go out. They used to go and do communal service. They used to go out and, you know, you win the public's confidence by going out there to participate in alleviating situations. Are you handicapped in that respect because of your circumstances nowadays? Or are there social programs like those you are undertaking in your respective universities?
Yes. As university student leaders, for example, today we are meeting I don't know whether it's a cabinet secretary for Nairobi County to roll out a cleaning project. So these are programs that we are engaging in. And as I stated, we will be re-engineering it.
There's a question here from Shiko in Nairobi. Says, are there no female leaders to tackle the issues of female students being portrayed in bad light?
We have them. We have them, especially...
who is your vice chair? Who is your vice president?
I have two vice presidents, one a lady and one a man. But there exists a faculty of gender affairs. Matters which are more feminine to be tackled by a lady. And I would say that 70% of the blood that was donated to counter the Westgate unfortunate event came from students.
Yes. The statistics. Mr. President.
70% in
Mr. President.
We have female leaders. My Gender and Social Welfare Secretary, my Special Needs Secretary, the
Vice President is not a woman.
He's a gentleman.
Those elections should be nullified. Gender parity.
Again, this is an elective position. So it's the students who
perhaps David Makali, we've heard from them. These are the student leaders. And of course, we just want to get that picture, how it was then and now, and what needs to be done.
Don't make these guys feel more jealous. Like we missed out, you know. Our days were really good, gentlemen. This is not a time to recount good days, but you know, I'll favor you with just the fact that, you know, we were not as many. We were many, and I've been to those universities. I've been at Mo University, I've been at Nairobi University, and in all those days, life was not as bad. Students were not as many. You had your facilities. Even social facilities within the universities. Now you can't even play football. I mean, you're too many. The fields you need like 30 fields. In those days, facilities were enough. People used to, we were catered for, we were given allowances to be able to concentrate, to pay for our petty bills. And as you said, you know, our rooms used to be cleaned by, you know, caretakers, there were janitors, people who looked after these things. And it was not a hassle, it was a struggle that people have to go through today. University was an equal place. It did not matter whether you came from a rich family or a poor family, because everyone had an allowance we called boom of 5,500. 5,400 that you got every semester.
5,000 then?
Yes, and that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
You could buy yourself a stereo, a TV, and you could go out and have a drink.
And I hear people married and paid bridewell to that money.
Yes, even people did that. But those were the days. I think the education has really is under a lot of pressure. Yeah. There's too much demand on the state resources to facilitate this education. But at least I think there is need for a social net for students to be able to do their work. Facilitation, basic. Otherwise, education is going to be undermined.
Right, many thanks indeed, Zach Kinuthia, Chairman, Students' Organization of Nairobi University, and of course, Felix Lon, President, Kenyatta University Students Association. Thank you so much indeed for being part of the Power Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much indeed. We appreciate it.